Hello, my name is Steven. I am the person that renewed this domain when Erica forgot to and took this website away from her and made this website on it. And the reason I'm talking to you right now is because of what's on the screen. This is analytics. You can see right here, this is the amount of people that have been on the site in the past 30 minutes, and this is the amount of actions. This number is not accurate because yesterday the site got 7,039 people. It's right now, it's ballooned to the point that if it now has 14,000 people, you can see these numbers keep going up and up and up. At approximately 9:30 a.m. today, this is what happened to the first server it was on. It completely crashed. The server couldn't handle it. It was on a VPS. I've now moved it to the dedicated 8-core server with 16 gigabytes of RAM and RAID hard drive array and all the fancy good stuff that makes it run fast today, but I didn't want to do this. It's the same server that I run my WordPress hosting, rather small WordPress hosting company on, and this is going to start affecting everyone that's on the server. But you know what? I think that that's the most important people in this country, and they have the most important job because nothing that I have ever done in my life would be possible without their sacrifice. So, you know, if they're going to go risk their lives for my freedom, I got no problem risking my business and everything I have for them, and I have tried to do that. And the problem is, it's getting beyond the scope of my ability to pay for it. So what I'm going to probably do, seeing just in the last second, it went from like 2,300 something to 2,440. I'll just leave this up the whole time as I'm talking, so we can see it go live as I'm saying this, and it's getting people from all over the world too. You can see this map. This is really starting to have an impact on people, and the reason that I want to do a lot with this site, I don't want to lose the momentum, so I'm doing everything that I can to keep this site up. In fact, today when it crashed, I've now been up for 18 hours. I'm on my sixth energy drink that I just finished, and I'm going to go to sleep. And I just hope that the website is still up when I get back. But one good thing is it's backed up on a flash drive. It's not connected to a computer. So no matter what happens, this website isn't going down. It might have traffic problems, but from too much traffic, but it's not going anywhere. This is I want to do as much as I can possibly do with this. It has a lot of momentum. There's a couple of things I want to do. I do it for the vets. My idea to to start a resistance against this Eric Shepherd challenge, which I can honestly tell you has already been very successful, is by making an example out of these morons, these disrespectful fools that are going to step on an American flag and start telling people that it stands for racism when it has absolutely nothing to do with racism. That flag represents everyone's freedom in this country, and it represents the sacrifices that many men and women have made upon the altar of freedom to defend what we have back here. And people can bitch about America as much as they want to, and they can say that, oh, there's so many problems with it. But you know what? Anyone can turn on the news and see what's on TV and see that, you know, there might be problems in this country, but it's the best way there is that I've seen out of anything. And that flag represents that, and there's no way that I'm going to sit down and let someone step on it like that. It's disrespectful. I almost wanted to start a GoFundMe campaign to start buying these people plane tickets out of this country, one-way plane tickets to the country of their choice. They hate this country so much, I wanted to pay for them to get out of it. But the problem with that is it doesn't solve anything if you think about it. It's just vengeance, and you know, it's not affecting people. It's only affecting one person at a time. I want this to put an end to it completely. So the way I'm doing this is this public flag desecration directory that's on the home page. Let's hopefully this loads quicker. You should also notice that the website's loading faster now because you know, I won't this computer at first because it's on a dedicated server now, so it's definitely running quicker. I can tell right there it's starting to have some speed issues. Okay, so let's look here real quick. One of the things is this flag desecration directory, and when someone desecrates an American flag, this guy here is quite the character too. When he was on the news here on ABC 22, he was talking about how he respected the U.S. military. And this video right here that I posted, this is him. This is him trash talking. He's telling this vet right here that he's going to burn a flag right in front of him and mouthing off to him. So this coward is, you know, quite the crusader for this flag stepping movement when he's on news, but when nobody know when the news isn't there and it's just one student recording on his cell phone, it's a completely different story. Here's another point about this. These videos aren't hosted on YouTube, they're hosted on this site because these people, what's going to happen is when these people start finding out that this site is posting their information publicly, they're going to start making their videos private. This one right here already tried doing this. This where is she? Natalia Hall here. She took her and made her Instagram private, and took her LinkedIn profile offline. But that's not you can't do that now. You posted the video publicly. I'm going to put it on this website. You can't take the video off this website, so it's not going to happen. But what the purpose of this is this stops it's the best way to stop the movement without causing a big problem, without violence or retorting to that nonsense. We don't want to fight these idiots with racism or violence. It's not the right way to do it. This I believe is the right way to do it. What this does, it makes an example out of people. I'm rather good with search engine optimization. I'm not bragging. I just am. I can post graphics about how when I freelanced and did search engine optimization, I was ranked in the top 1% out of 8 million people and had to do SEO. It's called search engine optimization. It's what it influences people to appear in search engines when people search for Google, and that's what this website's going to do. Specifically, why it says Tom, the last name I'm not going to try to pronounce, and his university, and the city and state of the university, and his hometown. So that's because when this guy graduates from college, he's going to go out and try to get a job. We all know in 2015 that when you get a job, you apply for a job, they're going to go on the internet, they're going to do some research on you, and they're going to see what you're up to in the internet. This isn't going to go away. What's going to happen is these employers are going to find this flag desecration directory. They're going to come on here, they're going to see this is their boy, and then they're going to scroll down here, and they're going to see that this is what this clown did to vets. And you know what that's going to, right there is what he did to vets, right here. That's what this clown did. Right there he is, being a big man, stepping on a flag with his friends. This is so what they're going to see this, and what this is going to do is just going to make this guy miserable the rest of his life for doing this, because anyone's going to see this, and I'd be surprised that any place that would hire a clown like us after they see this. And by making an example out of these people legally and peacefully, this is all public information. Everything that all these people that I've found has been through my ability to do skip tracing. Now, a long time ago, 10 years ago, I was one of those leading evil debt collector people. They train me how to locate people that don't want to be found. So these clowns that are hiding behind aliases aren't going to hide from me. I'm going to find them some way, shape, or form. I'm going to expose their real name and their state. The reason I don't put their address, even though I know where they live, is because I don't want to condone violence against them. I don't want that happen. I don't want that in my name. That's not the right way to do it. I let the military do the fight, and that's not my job. I'm not going to retort to violence against people. But you make an example out of these people, and they're going to stop doing this crap. The second idea I have, and I have not had the time to fix this page, is the Thank Vets idea. You know what? Erica Walker's domain name was I'llWriteIt.com. I can think of no better way to turn it against her. Her hatred for America, her desecration of the American flag, and what the disrespectful acts she's done. She's even stepped on an American flag in front of vets in Baltimore. She thinks she's a big girl for doing that, when the Baltimore mayor was the one that gave people the space to loot and destroy. We've heard it on television. So those National Guard men and women that were at that location, they were told to stand down. They couldn't do anything about it. So what they did is they turned their backs on her, and she still mocked them for that. And she thinks she's a big woman for it, because she's picking on people that she knows in that particular incident can't fight back. So all I want to do is I want to turn her domain against her. I want to make an example out of her first and foremost, and I want to use the I Write It idea to write thank you notes to vets. And I want people all across America, all across the world, because America ain't the only country that vets have done good things for. There's countless countries that America has helped out, that men and women in this country have died for in the name of freedom, the way of bettering the world, making it a better place. There are countless places. So this is open to people all across the world. What I want people to do eventually is I want them to write thank you letters to vets. I want them to share pictures of their lives, their friends, or not their friends, their family, their children, their husbands, their wives. Like, I want them to share, summarize it, so they're not writing like a 500 or 600 page biography. But, write a page and include some pictures, and say thanks for your service. This is the life that is possible that I live now because of your sacrifice. And what I want to do is I want to make a blog section, similar to how this flag desecration thing looks right here. So now the site's loading fast. I like that. See how this loads like this? This loads all the people I have as desecrators. I want a section where military vets can come on this website, active and non-active anymore. Anyone who has served this country can come on this site and hit like a random button on here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it random. So there needs to be thousands of people to write in this for it to be successful. And then anyone at any point in time, you don't even know what this could do for vets. It could, there's vets with post-traumatic stress disorder. This kind of thing can help them. At any point in time, they can go on this website. They can press a button, or they can click on this link that says thank vets, and they can say there will be a place for them to click, and they can hit random. They can just start viewing the difference they've made for people's lives, and you don't know how much good that can do for people. I mean, the possibility's endless, and we're doing it. We're turning someone's hatred around for the American flag and their country, and we can turn that around to affect thousands, if not countless amounts of people that have served this country. Because I think that any soldier could go on this website and just go on this page, and it always will show like 9 random stories with the picture on it like that and their name. You could do it anonymously too, and then they click on it and they can read like a 1 or 2 page story about like the life this person lives, maybe some of the good things they've done in people's lives they've changed, and show them that the vets, that your sacrifice is what made this possible. Another thing I want to do with this website, and I got to end this video soon. I'm on 18 hours of sleep and my voice is starting to cut out because I'm getting very, very tired. But another thing that I want to do is I want to make it possible so that I can take and I'd have to probably hire people to do this. So I want some of these letters that people write in these stories, I want to print them out in a piece of paper. I want to take them to people in VA hospitals. I want to take them to homeless vets, and I want to read these letters of appreciation to those people too, because I am sick and tired of hearing stories on television about how veterans in VA hospitals are neglected and not taken care of. It disgusts me. I do not want to get on that because I will rant about that for hours. I think it's just disgusting that goes on, and it aggravates me to no end. And that's one thing that I want to do to try to help a little bit there too, is I want to go to VA hospitals in places which traveling expenses, but I'll never fly. I'll keep things as cost effective as possible and drive my own car, or get some kind of company car to do it and come up with a logo for it or something, and drive to random VA hospitals, go in there and read them the letters. I want to go, and I don't want to just donate my money to a charity somewhere. There's a lot of military charities out there. What I want to do is have direct involvement. I want anything that goes, if this cause gets big, I want to go, find homeless vets and needy vets, and there's ways to do that. There's places that feed them in the city, and I want to go read them these letters. I want to help get them maybe food or necessities that they need, clothing, anything like that. I got to do research on my own end. I'm only one person, but I have the right idea, but there's much I have to learn about this, finding them, but that's basically the idea. I want to find needy vets too and give some stuff back to them, because it is our responsibility to take care of them. And there are so many of us that are doing a good job, but there should not be stories about vets being neglected in VA hospitals. And as far as I'm concerned, if this country has one homeless vet, we have a problem. There should be 0 homeless vets. Those people already gave us everything they have. But this is the best idea I have, and those are my 2 basic ideas. That is, I can perfect them and make them more efficient, but that's generally the idea. And I think that those 2 ways, the thing I'll be writing is I'll be writing all these scumbags names, I can't even talk anymore, scumbags names down that desecrate the U.S. flag and disrespect the service that vets have done for this country. That's what I'm going to be writing. I'm going to be writing a list of these people that do this, that continually do this. The other thing that I want to do is I want the general population in America that respects the vets. I want them to write. I want them to write it too. I want them to write how the military sacrifice has enabled them to do and achieve everything that they have, because that's what gave them the freedom to do it. And I want to be able to show vets via this website, and I want to deliver letters to vets in VA hospitals and homeless vets, and I want to read some of these letters, and I want to show vets that there are people in this country that still care for them. And I want to put an end to this Eric Shepard challenge nonsense. This guy that declared himself a what do you call himself, a white terrorist, what, he was stepping on the flag. This kind of this nonsense must end, and I'm going to do everything I can to stop it. And I will say another thing too, because this video is probably getting long and winded, but I have so much to say about this. The other thing is the threats. I posted one of them on the website already. There have been threats against me because of me doing this, and I'm not going to stop. If something were to happen to me, someone else has to pick this movement up and continue it. It cannot stop with me. Bullets might be able to kill a human, but bullets cannot stop an idea. Bullets cannot stop an idea or an ideal, a movement like this. It cannot be stopped by violence. And if something were to happen to me, if I have to die for my country to get people to respect the military, then I'm ready to do that. If that happens, someone else has to pick this movement up, and someone else has to do this. So someone's going to have to find a talented WordPress developer to do that, because this website is it's not complex, but I think I did a moderately good job on it. But someone would have to find a talented WordPress developer to work on this website, and other people to continue this movement that must not fail. If something were to happen to me, someone must carry the torch if I can't carry it anymore. So that's also something that has to be known. There has to be more people getting involved in this and how to maintain WordPress sites. That's all I'm going to say right now. But generally, the purpose of me saying this is I need your advice. The comment section on this page will work, or you can click the contact button up here. See this guy? Go to this page right here, and you just fill out this, and it'll send me a message. And see, there's people that are. This is another thing. See, vets are willing to donate to this site to keep this thing up, and that can't be the case. Civilians have to help too. Vets have already given enough to us. It's our turn to do something for them. They should not be the ones donating this. I have another person that wrote to me that has a whole group of vets that want to donate to keep this thing running. And it should be the civilians doing it. The vets have already given the ultimate sacrifice for this country. It's our job to do something back for them. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm doing research on it, trying to find a GoFundMe campaign, Kickstarter, something like that. The problem I have with it is that you have to set a limit. The honest to God truth is I have no idea how much this site's going to cost to run. If this movement gets as big as this site's getting, there's another comment that keep popping up. So there's going to have to be people to maintain this site too and check the comments, because I have them on moderation. I respect freedom. I respect freedom of speech, but also, this is my website now, and you are not going to desecrate or disrespect a soldier on this website, which is why comment moderation is on. I'll just delete that nonsense. It's not going to happen here. No disrespect to soldiers on this website. That is the first policy. But so I need some suggestions from people. Kickstarter or GoFundMe or all these places. The problem I have with them is that they make you set a limit, and that's my problem. I have no idea what this is going to cost. I don't want to start a GoFundMe campaign for $10,000, have it hit the limit, and then figure out that it's going to cost like $20,000 to run the site for a year or something like that. I'm just throwing numbers out. I'm not estimating that's how much it would cost or how much it wouldn't cost. I don't know. I'm just using it as an example. I don't know what it's going to cost to run this website, and so that's why I don't like these crowdfunding sites. They always have you set a limit. Like you have to put a number. You have to raise 10,000, 5,000, 50,000, and the honest to God truth is, I have no clue what it's going to cost to run this website. Because now you can see, as I made this video in the 15 minutes I was rambling, that it's now up to 3,318. I think we started at 2,400. So I don't even know if the website is going to be out when I get back. This is something that I have to take initiative on immediately. And so that's what I need. I need suggestions. How I can design a website, I can build a website, I can run a Unix server, and I can die for my country to make sure that people respect vets. But if there's one thing I'm not very familiar with, it is crowdfunding, and it has to be done in an efficient way. The most of this has to go back to the vets. This is not going to be some nonsense where executives make thousands of dollars. If it gets to the point where I start this as a non-profit organization and hire people, I will vow this in this video and leave this posted publicly. There will never be anyone that works for this company that makes more than vets. I find it disgusting that people go around saying that they need to raise the minimum wage when vets start out in the first 2 years of their service at 18,000, I believe it is, a year for E1, I think it's called, for the first 2 years. Basically, they get $18,000 a year, and you have these people working at fast food restaurants and just general convenience stores and things like that. Nothing against those people, but how are you going to tell me that you need more money when these people are going over and seeing their brothers and their sisters die and their friends die in Afghanistan and Iraq and all the places that anyone has ever fought for this country at, and they have to bury their friends. Some of them don't even, a lot of them don't even come home right. Post-traumatic stress disorder. There's so many vets that have lost arms and legs, and if it's not that, it's their mind. And it's, war is hell. That's what they say, and they have to go through hell for us. How are you going to tell me that working at a convenience store you deserve to make more money than the men and women that go through that? Is a bunch of BS. So no person, I will set that example on this website as well. No person that ever works for this company, nonprofit, whatever you call this, nobody will ever make more than what people in the military work at. I will make it the exact same pay structure as the military. People that start doing it are going to not make any more than E1, E2. Those managers, supervisors, CEOs, executives, all the way up. They will never make more than what people in the military work. That is how this country should operate on. Now, I think the military has the most important job of any job in this country, and they get paid the least, and it's disgusting. So I will never, ever make more money than they do if I am doing something like this to get back to them. That is my mission. So I need your ideas, comment, or I think the best way is to just click the contact button. Even if you are willing to donate to this cause, click the donate or click the contact button. See, now I'm losing my place here. Right here, click the contact button. Just go on here, hit contact us, send me a message if you're willing to donate to that, or if you're willing to, or if you have an idea like a good crowdfunding or charity or donation thing that I can get going here as quick as possible to get this website, or keep this website up and get this thing going, because I want to turn Erica's hatred for our country into love and respect for our U.S. military. So please use the contact button. Give me some ideas. If people are willing to donate it to, like this guy here is, let me know. I want to get a general idea of how much support this movement has, and I also want to know how to do it. I'll design the website. I'll keep this website running, and I'll make sure that this is always for the military. But I need your help for the funding and for the ideas on how to even do the funding, because those are not areas that I understand well. And if it offends people to say it, it doesn't really matter to me. If you don't agree with me saying God bless America, that's your right. But the military has fought for my right to say that. So God bless America. That's what I'm going to end the video with. And send me some messages and let me know. And I didn't say that to encroach or offend any other religions that are in this country. We have religious freedoms. I'm allowed to say that. And atheists and people like that are allowed to say that bless you without saying God in it. The point